Either a vehicle breakdown or a driving error will force you to face a critical situation at least once in your life. One principle should therefore guide you: don't panic. Maintain your speed. Never hit the brakes, even speed up a bit. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer the vehicle straight ahead. Activate the four-way flashers if possible. When under control, ease off the accelerator. Check the traffic and select a safe path of travel. Move off the roadway as far as possible and then stop. Before installing the spare tire, apply the parking brake. Warn the other drivers using reflective warning devices placed 100 feet in both directions. Block the tire that is diagonally opposite from the tire you're replacing. Position the jack and use the lever to jack the vehicle up slightly. Loosen the nuts a couple of turns. Raise the vehicle until the flat clears the ground. Remove the lug nuts and then the tire. Install the spare tire. Put on the nuts by hand, then tighten them. Lower the vehicle, retighten every second lug nut until they have each been tightened twice.
Remember that a spare tire is only good at a low speed and for short distances.
Regularly check tire pressure. If a tire is used, bulging, or cracked, replace it. Your vehicle won't start? Maybe your battery is low. Do you need a hand?
Yes, I think my battery is dead.
In order to get your vehicle started, you need to jump-start your battery using another vehicle. Before beginning the operation, make sure the two vehicles aren't touching, that the engine in both vehicles has been turned off and the parking brake is applied, that the electrical accessories have been turned off. Connect each end of the red cable to the red pole or the one marked with a positive or P on each battery. Connect one end of the black cable to the black negative pole or the one marked with a negative or N on the battery being used to boost. Attach the other end to the engine block or frame of your vehicle. Avoid moving components. Start the engine of the booster vehicle and fast idle. Then start your engine and allow it to run for a few minutes. Reverse the order to disconnect the cables.
Whoops!
Look through the space between the hood and the dash or by sticking your head out the side window. Activate the four-way flashers if possible. Reduce speed while maintaining your lane position. Check traffic. Choose a safe path of travel, steer off the road, and then park in a safe location.
Whoops! The hood hood wasn't latched properly.
If the incident is a result of a faulty latch, tie the hood down solidly before proceeding to the nearest service station. When washing your vehicle, lubricate the latch and the lock mechanism. Check that the hood is securely latched whenever you close it. The engine of your vehicle stalls suddenly while driving. The usual causes are due to mechanical failure, running out of gas, water, or the cold. Shift to neutral. Activate the four-way flashers if possible. Activate the starter using the ignition switch several times. If the engine restarts, shift to drive, speed up, and turn off your four-way flashers. If the engine refuses to start, check the traffic, select a safe path of travel, and steer off the road. Apply the brake with continuous pressure until you stop in a safe location. Follow the maintenance schedule listed in the owner's manual. Regularly check the gas gauge. Whenever checking gas, check the level of all fluids. When it is very cold, allow the engine to warm up before entering heavy traffic. If possible, avoid puddles and potholes. The gauge or indicator light on the dash indicates the engine temperature is rising above the normal level. First of all, increase your following distance, then turn your heater to hot, and then the fan to high. Shift to neutral and rev the engine slightly. The temperature should return to normal.
Great! This is all I need.
If the temperature remains high, protect your hands and open the hood to allow the heat to escape. While the engine cools, visually check the hoses and clamps, the fan, and the level of fluid in the reserve tank. If your reserve tank is empty, loosen the radiator cap a quarter turn and step away from the vehicle. Once the pressure has been released, remove the cap and very slowly add water to the radiator. Get the coolant system checked out at the nearest service station. A partial or temporary failure of the brake system may occur. Downshift to use the engine compression for braking. Pump the brake pedal several times to restore pressure. Activate the four-way flashers if possible. Pump the parking brake while releasing the lock mechanism to use the rear brakes to stop in a secure area. If none of these permit you to stop, look for an uphill slope, an embankment, or a sidewalk curb to help you slow down. As a last resort, select objects that will give on impact to bring you to a complete stop. At least once a month, check the brake fluid level and have the brakes checked at the intervals recommended in the owner's manual. If you release the gas pedal and the vehicle maintains speed or continues to accelerate, the gas pedal control is stuck. If you must stop immediately, push the brake pedal to the floor and maintain pressure until the vehicle stops. Shift to neutral and turn the key off and activate the four-way flashers. If you can continue driving, try to free the gas pedal with your right foot while keeping your eyes on the road. If you can't, activate the four-way flashers if possible. Shift to neutral and carefully get off the road. Apply the brakes in a continuous manner until the vehicle is stopped. Check the floor mat and the pedal. Lubricate the gas pedal cable. At the first sign of abnormality, check the accelerator control. Due to fatigue, lack of concentration, or to avoid an oncoming vehicle, the right tires of your vehicle have dropped off the pavement onto the shoulder.
Oh!
Grip the steering wheel firmly and stabilize your vehicle parallel to the pavement. No, come on, number one, you never brake when the traction surfaces are not equal.
You're right, boss. Sorry.
Ease off the accelerator and allow the vehicle to reduce speed. Check traffic, mirrors, and blind spot before activating the left turn signal. Turn the steering wheel 1/4 turn to the left. When the right front tire climbs the edge, countersteer to center your vehicle in the lane. Speed up and turn off your turn signal. You hit the brakes too hard. The front wheels slide and your vehicle continues straight ahead. Steer in the desired direction. Release the brake pedal, then reapply more gently. If the skid is a result of a sharp turn of the steering, unwing the steer to regain control, then look and steer in the desired direction. While driving a front-wheel drive vehicle, you speed up and turn the wheel, but the vehicle continues straight. Shift to neutral. Once the skid stops, slow down, shift to drive, and proceed at a slower speed. The telephone rings with romantic music in the background. In order to reduce divided attention situations for the driver, cellular telephones should be mounted as much as possible in the driver's field of vision. It is strongly recommended that you use hands-free or voice-activated technology. The ideal situation is to stop in a safe place when it's necessary to use a cellular phone. Either a vehicle breakdown or a driving error will force you to face a critical situation at least once in your life. One principle should therefore guide you: don't panic. Regularly check your tire pressure. If a tire is used, bulging, or cracked, replace it. When changing a tire, activate the four-way flashers and warn other road users by using reflective signs placed at least 100 feet in both directions. Before boosting your battery using another vehicle, make sure that the two vehicles aren't touching, that the two batteries are of equal voltage, that your battery isn't frozen rather than dead, and that the fluid levels in your battery aren't too low. If your hood flies open, slow down. Maintain your position by looking under the hood or by sticking your head out the side window and steer toward the side of the road. If your engine stops suddenly, shift to neutral, activate the four-way flashers, and apply the brakes continuously until your vehicle comes to a stop. When your engine is overheating, increase your following distance. Turn your heater on to hot and the fan to high, shift to neutral and rev the engine slightly to release the heat. In case of brake failure, activate the four-way flashers, downshift to use engine compression, and pump the brake to re-establish pressure. If the gas pedal is jammed, push the brake pedal to the floor, maintain pressure until the vehicle comes to a stop, shift to neutral, turn the key to off, and activate the four-way flashers. For whatever reason your vehicle leaves the road, slow down without braking, grip the wheel firmly, stabilize your vehicle, then steer safely back onto the road in the center of the lane. When your vehicle goes into a skid, release the brake, steer where you want to go, and when under control, apply the brake more lightly. Cellular phones increase the phenomenon of divided attention. If you decide to use one, the ideal situation is to stop by the side of the road.